Hey, what's going on everybody? It's FreakyDude99 and I'm back. We're at week 2 of Season of the Wish. Let's get into the seasonal story and figure out what's going on with these eggs and who's stealing them from us. What's going on, Riven? What do you got for us today?
A timely arrival, Guardian. Another egg from my clutch will soon pass by our reality. You should prepare to claim it. It is a strange turn of events that they were cast into the Ascendant Plane. Strange, but not unintentional, I suspect. Ask yourself, who would benefit from such a situation? Who wields the requisite mastery over the ley lines? Who has a history of sequestering the Ahamkara to keep them hidden? I said before that I do not trust Mara. Tell me, do you? She offers you praise and gifts, bequeaths to you a share of her power. Is she so different from an Ahamkara? From me? Do you truly believe she wishes for nothing in return? Know this, Guardian. I have been forthright about what I stand to gain from our arrangement. A future for my otherwise extinct kind. Mara, on the other hand, what does she stand to gain?
Interesting. Now, maybe a couple years ago, I would have agreed with Riven there. That totally. Mara is super secretive and not trustworthy at all. But in recent time, ever since Mara made her interaction with the Witness, and the Witness was pretty much like, hey, you're so, evil and secretive, you should be a disciple. And Mara was like, oh snap, maybe I'm being a little too secretive if the person who wants to end the universe is offering me a job. So yeah. I would definitely agree with Riven a couple years ago, but not now. I think Mara has changed, and she is just trying to help us out. Complete the mission Tautology. Tautology. It's going to be very interesting to see how this season turns out. For once, I don't really have any predictions. I know there's been a couple of predictions about Mara possibly dying, possibly Petra, or even Crow, but I think I have a hard time feeling that, especially with just how the season has started. It seems like it's more focused on the relationships between the Awoken, the Ahamkara, the Awoken themselves in the Dreaming City, and this curse loop. It's about those relationships, defining them, and putting a little bit of a cap on Crow and Mara's story, as well as getting Crow and Petra on good terms. There's a lot they're doing here. But here we start Tautology.
The Techian's calculations look promising so far. The next egg should be close. Be cautious. The Taken have already gained a foothold here.
They spread their influence with mindless fervor, much like Awoken royalty.
Riven's in it to make us not trust Mara, which, understandable.
Wrath of the Queen, this is not your fight. Somewhere out there, a pack of doomed corsairs waits for you.
I'll be there. They know I'll always be there.
You want to help them. You would do anything.
I will. Without you.
She wants so desperately for someone to make a different wish. She wants Petra to wish for the Awoken Corsairs to be free from the cycle. She wants Mara to wish for power or just something else, something that doesn't benefit us. It even seems like she wants Crow to wish away the pain, wish away the trauma, or wish back Amanda, as she was alluding to. So Riven's in it to screw us over. She is not being trustworthy one bit.
Absent a commanding will, the Taken return to more basic directives. Their corruption may reshape these holes. Deal with them before the path collapses around us.
Yeah, the Taken are here now. So we've been dealing with Soul Divisive and Taken. And it's very interesting. I would have thought that the Taken would have remained under control of the Witness, or they would have remained under control of... Or like Zevo Wrath would have gotten the power of the Taken. Because, you know, at first it goes Oryx, then it goes Savathun, and then we get Zevo Wrath who can wield the Taken. But since we took out Kuria and Savathun got her light, it seems like Taken have really just been... They're just, like, doing whatever they're doing, which is also very interesting. They go to more basic directives. It'd be kind of wild if the Taken end up getting, like, an evolution of some sort. Where, like, because they just, like, have no leader for such a long time, they just start developing their own culture and stuff. Just, like, not like culture, so to speak, but just, like, their own leaders and things. It's what we saw with the Scorn, how, because they've been, like, absent without a leader, they started developing their own culture and societal practices, things like fight arenas that they were going into. Here we go. Been playing through a lot of the coil, so coming to these areas is clockwork at this point. Ooh, come down here.
You set obstacles in our path, mock our efforts, all while we seek to save your eggs. Is gloating over the ruin you made of our home worth losing them forever?
You set the snare, then complain that I refuse to lay my neck within it. To beg and weep for what you desire, that is not in me.
I mean, it's not like the opposite is... it's not like you have to, beg and weep, it's just you don't have to gloat over us and, like, we're putting in enough work as it is trying to get your eggs back. We're just trying to... We're just literally trying to stop the Witness from destroying everything. It feels like Riven would want to be on our side, seeing as if she wants the future of the Ahamkara, she probably needs the Witness not around, because...
That beast is a nexus of corruption. Such a high concentration of energy will destabilize the ley lines. Destroy it, or our efforts end here.
But it's like, yeah, the Ahamkara won't be able to survive if the Witness is around and the Witness puts everything into its perfect perfection. Because if that happens, then there's no reason for anyone to wish for anything, which means Ahamkara is just like, they have no power. They still get to live, but like, they don't really have a point, I guess? Taking this guy down, we got some thralls spawning. Been using this new build, you'll see it very soon. But with a couple of Sunbracer procs, we can clear through everything. And you're done. Now give us a egg. There it is. Nice and easy this time.
Another egg secured. Well done, Guardian. The Taken aren't the only creatures attempting to thwart us. Riven seeks to entangle us in another loop, to keep us chasing down her clutch while the Witness runs rampant.
If this is a game, it suits your purposes. Sealing the eggs away, buying time for your broken warlock to cheat me. You have my terms. See this through, or make peace with your fate.
Man, if Riven and Mara would just, like, chill for a second, this would all go a lot easier. I'll say that. Alrighty, let's see what the holoprojector and Petra have to offer.
You've made excellent progress, but the remainder of the clutch will never reach us if they remain on their current trajectories. Queen Mara and her Techians once communed with the Harbingers, entities that can traverse the weft and weave of the ley lines. Mara's personal Harbinger can bring the clutch home, but she'll need to guide it with a signal. We need you to retrieve a Starlight Lodestone. It's a channeling medium the Queen can use to signal the Harbinger. All this to help Riven while the Dreaming Halls remain locked in her curse. The temporal loop that binds the Dreaming City could continue to plague the reef indefinitely. I wish my people could rest. I wish I could aid the trapped Corsairs across our shores.
Stop saying you wish.
But Riven's curse is just a preamble compared to the final shape. The Witness seeks to finish what it started with the collapse. And so we remain occupied. Andrea Sylvia burns. I regret we can do no more to advance your position in the field, but I'll be in touch as soon as the Queen finishes her communion.
Okay. Well, we gotta signal the Harbinger, so it's not just like egg, 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 egg. We're gonna get 1 egg, 2 egg, and then now we're just gonna get a whole bunch of eggs. It'd be great if Final Shape wasn't, like 6 months away. It'd be great, because it'd be like, oh yeah, this is really speeding up. Oh, we're really pushing to the finish line. Heck yeah. It's like, nah, it's coming in June. It's not February, it's coming in June. Which, like, hey, you know, it is how it is. It's gonna be how it's gonna be. I'm very happy that we're getting into the light 2 months before Final Shape drops. So, what, in April? Alrighty, and we head into the Chamber of Starlight Lost Sector. Be very interesting to see. It's probably just a normal completion, I'd wager.
How many ceremonies did I attend here? They weren't all lofty, serious affairs.
A little bit of dialogue from Petra.
Lights, the singing. I wish you could remember it.
I really, again, every time someone uses the word wish this season, it's just like, no! What are you doing? You're doing soft wishes. Mara wishes for more time, and then we get the Final Shape delay. You wish for this, and then what are we gonna get? The only person that's been good about not saying it has been freaking Osiris and Crow. The 2 bird boys.
Incassia slain. Until she rises again. She'll go on haunting the Chamber of Starlight forever. Shuro Chi says, if beautiful places cannot survive, why fight at all? I'll have to come up with an answer for her. Bring back the Lodestone, Guardian. Let's move on.
Man, she is sad. Alrighty, we got a conversation to witness. I assume, yeah, of course, downstairs.
So this is what? The 3rd bargain we've struck with a compulsive liar?
Having your back to the wall is never a good feeling.
It's so much worse. Being back in the Dreaming City.
Now that you remember.
I know every inch of it. The gardens, the palace. How it used to be. Before Riven's curse.
Oh,
Ooh.
Crow.
If it wasn't for me, the curse would never have happened.
Riven used you. Used us. Our grief, our desperation. I wanted vengeance more than anything. The truth is, if I thought hiding from my guilt would help anyone, I'd be on the far side of the system.
You don't think we're just making the same mistake?
Uldren used to say, if you don't like the odds, don't sit at the table. Trusting Riven is a risk. But without her, we have no way of pursuing the witness. I'd rather risk failing than wait here for the final shape.
Right there with you.
Yep. Oof. That was wild seeing Petra almost call Uldren, see, I even did it. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Osiris, holoprojector, please save me.
Guardian, we are coming to the final moments. These choices, these risks, they mean everything. Mara requests that I provide some small measure of insurance should Riven prove too perilous a gamble. I've learned the Veil is linked to the Traveler, that this link was not created. It is a primal truth of their existence, a pairing. The Witness accessed this link through your ghost. The motions of what it did are written in the Veil's own memory. But like an incantation, without the ritual, the understanding, the words, so to speak, the motions, are useless. My attempts to recreate what the Witness did, to follow it, have been inadequate. And dangerous. I must temper my ambitions. The Veil is the power of consciousness, made manifest in our physical world. It whispers an electromagnetic language that resonates with our minds. One that can be deciphered, but not by the laws we wield in this universe. It's no easy task. If there is another way to follow the Witness, I'll find it here, on Neptune. It will take time, as all things do. Continue to aid Mara, and I will uncover what knowledge I can.
Let's go, Osiris. Osiris is always, since Lightfall, Osiris has just become like my favorite character. He has just grown so much as a character, as a person, since losing his light with Crow. Like, the relationships he's built and his just like prominence in the story has just become so much bigger, and I think it's really benefited from it, because Osiris is just one of those such cool characters, one of the Dark Age warlocks that was legends, and like we got to save him and create this beautiful relationship with him. I think it's just awesome.
Another egg safely retrieved. I may have to make good on my word. Though from what the Techyons whisper, the rest will prove more elusive. Mara may have to take drastic measures to catch them. All reward requires risk. Mara knows this truth better than most. That is what first enticed me to stay with the Saw siblings. Their penchant for adventure. Their unquenchable ambition. Each of them deliciously reckless in their own way. Your Crow hides it well, but I can still smell Uldren's daring nature on him. Imagine what he could accomplish if only he'd embrace it. Ah, but you charge headlong into danger without a second thought. All for the promise of power. I knew from the first moment I set eyes on a Lightbearer that your kind would change everything for the Ahamkara. And oh, right I was.
Queen Mara, I hail you now out of necessity of the heart. Else I feel as though I will burst into solar flame. Long have I admired you from afar, ever since you graced me with your power and benevolence in the Reef Wars. Not a day goes by without me thinking back to the time you bade me repay that debt to you. How we spent hours together, long into the night. Would that you spirit me to your side again, to serve as your consort, your knight, your humble vassal, anything to be near you. I beg you to grant me an audience once more. Please give me the gift and the privilege of basking in your favor. For without you, I shall wither and crumble into dust, to be scattered across the cosmic winds.
This again? You and I both know he sounds nothing like that, Riven.
Oh!
Perhaps I should use a voice with which you are even more intimately familiar. How about... Do not speak her name. As you wish, O Majesty mine.
Ooh. I think she was referencing Jur Aido, one of the Awokens that is currently lost to the Ascendant Realm, so to speak. Oh, I knew it, like, I was like, oh, Shaxx, like, but then he just started going on, and it's like, oh yeah, this is totally Riven playing a game, of course. And she's like, you know he sounds nothing like that. Ooh, Shaxx and Mara. Shaxx and Mara. Alrighty, well, that is week 2 of the seasonal story. I have to say, some very good developments. A lot more developments than I thought we were going to get. The fact that possibly next week we're going to be taking back a whole bunch of Riven's clutch, potentially, with Mara's Harbinger giving it all to us. It's going to be very interesting to see, but also I think we're going to get a little bit of a switch up with Osiris and Lightfall, or Neomuna, sorry. And Osiris researching the Veil and figuring out the stuff that we learned during Veil Containment. Because we learned a lot about Veil Containment, as well as we learned that there's like another cloned version of Mara Sundaresh in the Vex. There's some wacky stuff. If you haven't, I'd highly suggest going and listening to the Veil Containment audio logs, as they reveal a lot of stuff about the Veil, what it does, what its powers are, what the Witness did with it, and there's a lot there that is very valid to what's going on right now. So, other than that, thank you everybody so much for watching. I've been Freakydude99. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a comment if you got any questions or things you want to say. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everyone.